Hey YouTube, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to ask you if you ever felt like you had to carry the weight of the world, the weight of everything. This video is for you. I want to tell you the reason why I made this video is because in the last week, and I'm recording this video November 24th 2025, Monday, and in the last, I would say, 10 days, my life has made a huge turn. I was one of those people that felt like I had to carry the weight of the world on my shoulders. The weight of my generational problems, everything. I thought I had to do it all myself. And it started when I was really young. I mean, when I was an infant. One of the things, I was born, I'm a Taurus. I was born May 2nd, 1970. So I'm in Generation X. And I was born 2 months premature, so I was 4 pounds 12 ounces when I was born. My mom was 16 years old, and because I was such a preemie, I spent the first 2 weeks of my life in an incubator. And looking back on it, 55 years later, I didn't really understand the impact that had on me. Being separated from my mother and being in a machine and all that, it taught me that I was abandoned. Here I am, signed this big soul contract, and then I come into this little baby boy, Brian, and I'm all alone. And that produced in me a fear, a terror, really. A feeling of separation, literally hardwired into my freaking nervous system, that I was all alone, and if the only way out was for me to take it all on. And it really describes my life up until this point, always believing that there was really a wonderful world out there that I was solely responsible for creating. And living life under that kind of pressure just destroyed me. And not only did it destroy me, it destroyed it hurt the people around me. My behavior that came with that really obviously took a number, did a number on the people around me. And I understand now that I don't have to live that way anymore. I've stepped into a whole different place. And I can only imagine what you are going through personally right now. I know all the things that had to happen in my life in order for me to get to a point of surrender where I could just say, nope, I can't carry this anymore. I don't need to. That was never my responsibility to carry. If you're in that place right now, I want you to know that there's hope. Like, you don't have to live that way anymore. And I can say that with confidence, because I realize that I don't have to live that way anymore. I can choose to trust in the fact that there's a much higher presence and the resources of power and strength that I have available to me now, when I've chosen to let go of that, and just like Jesus says, in the Bible. And a lot of my messages are going to be enhanced by scripture. That's a whole nother long video about my religious background and where I come from and what I believe. But I believe the Jesus of the Bible, he basically told us that we don't have to do this ourselves. It was never in the plan to live life on our own. It was never in the plan to try to do this, to move mountains by ourselves. We don't have to. The power's there, and it's just a matter of tapping into it. And the biggest thing that enabled me to do that was to let go of all this responsibility that I put on myself. And it doesn't mean to just throw everything away, just shirk your responsibilities, but it just means to own it. And that's what I'm doing now, is I'm owning where I am. I'm taking responsibility for what got me here, and I'm taking responsibility for the pain that my behavior may have caused other people, or definitely caused other people. And I'm choosing to learn from it, and to, instead of stuffing it down into that cave of despair and procrastination and whatever it was, however I hid that feeling, I'm able to just pull it out now, bring it to the surface and love it for what it is. Be grateful for it. Okay, this is what made me who I am. And now that I see it, I can do something different. And one of my favorite scriptures is Mark 2:22. And I don't know about you, but I've been seeing 2:22 a lot lately. Jesus told us that you can't pour new wine into old wineskins because it'll burst. And I realize that with my life. In order for me to step into the power and to step into the beautiful life, the beautiful world that I've always dreamed that exists, I can't do it with who I was. It just doesn't work. You have to, like Jesus said, you must be born again. And this, to me, that's what that means. It's every day getting an opportunity to step into a new creation. Because even in the scientific world, we know that our cells reproduce themselves on the daily. So our body today is totally different than, it's the same structure, if you will, the same kind of looks, hair, whatever. But all the cellular makeup, it's a new creation. And if we can, I know for me, what I'm realizing is that, okay, cool, all right, I'm going to allow that to happen. I'm going to let it continue to become what I've always dreamed of being. And it's so encouraging now to know that the simple choice that I made to just let go, to let go of the bitterness, to let go of the resentment, to let go of the horseshit story that I've told myself my entire life. Now I can just be real. Now I can just show up as the authentic version of Brian that's constantly evolving and growing and changing. And really, this is a whole new beginning for me. And this is where I understand that my choice to heal my heart, to go back, to look at that abandonment wound that was there, that pretty much colored everything going forward until recently, I can let that go, and everything along with it. And I want you to know that in your situation, if you're, whatever you're going through, only you know what it is. You're the one that holds the key to working through that. You're the one that can make the choices that this is no longer serving me. This is no longer healthy for me or those around me, and do something differently. You don't have to shout it out to the world that, oh, you're better now and everything's perfect and you got everything figured out. Because the truth is we don't. There's no figuring shit out. It's just a journey, and we're learning along the way. And yeah, you're going to learn some things that, you're going to, like me, I'm learning that I can't do this all alone, and the power's right here. All I have to do is open the valve and let it come through me to live the life that I've always dreamed of doing. And I'm so happy that I get to use this platform to share that with you. And yeah, I know things are transforming. Things are changing for me. The relationships that I'm coming into contact with, the connections that I'm getting, all these things, but most importantly, the connection to myself. Like, this is Brian, this is me in all of its mess and glory, and I'm honored to share that with you. And I'm so grateful that if in any way it resonates with you or encourages you, I'm grateful for that, because it was a lot of stuff to trudge through to get to where I am now. But now that I'm here, I can look back on my past and not try to fix it, but just take it for what it is, see that that was a part of me that is still with me. Obviously it's not gone, but I can use that and lean on that for going forward. That I know that the way I handled things in the past no longer works for where I'm headed. And I want to encourage you with that. You can do it. If I'm doing it, listen, you can do it. And the beautiful thing is, you can watch a YouTube video and get inspired to do this yourself. So I hope that this encourages you, and I'll be back again with more encouragement.